Do you recall saying that his voice was the same?
Yes. So when the interview, the second interview had taken place, again, I wanted to provide the description to the officer, the visual description the night of. But just as I did now, I'm 95% sure that the interaction that I had prior to the parade was with you.
Who do you refer to when you say you?
Whatever your name is.
So you don't know the alleged defendant's name?
I do, yeah.
Would it be safe to assume that if you couldn't see who was driving the SUV in the parade route, that you also couldn't identify if it was the same voice?
Hello, hello. Sorry.
The voice
So,
has
yeah,
nothing to do with
I wanted to have
the
the
vehicle driving the parade.
really low
Again, it was moving
low
too quickly.
response
I
chat,
wasn't
so
able to identify.
I had to restart the
driver
stream for
when
that.
I saw the
How do I
vehicle
become a
going
member?
forward.
There's two
So would it be
ways
safe to assume
to
that
become a
you
member.
got the
On the
description
description,
from the
there's gonna
news,
be
a picture
two
of the
links.
person that
One
you've
for
seen
coffee
on
and
the
one
news?
for YouTube. If you
The-
want to
the
become a
person and
YouTube
the
member, you
voice,
click
that
the
I saw in
first
the
link,
news
I think.
matched who I interacted
And if
with
you,
prior to the parade.
I don't know if it's.
But
I,
just to
I, I'll
record
just
for
pull the
record,
link
there was
for
no
you.
way you saw who was driving
Give me 1 second.
the vehicle in the parade route.
Correct.
Going back to the interaction at the gas station, do you recall telling the interviewing officer that the driver of that vehicle rolled down the
There you go.
window to say, "I'm almost out of gas"?
Yes.
That's the link to become a member.
Do you recall backing your vehicle up to let the driver of that car into the gas station?
Yes.
Hello, Dryad. Welcome.
Do you remember how far you backed up?
5 feet.
Hey, thank you.
Do you remember telling the
Thank you,
reporting
Christine.
officer who was
I
writing
appreciate
down
it.
your statement that
Hello,
it
Jennifer.
was 10 feet?
5 to 10 feet.
Was it 5 feet or 10 feet?
It was enough to let the vehicle into the gas station.
So would it be safe to say that you don't recall?
It would be safe to say it's between 5 and 10 feet.
There you go.
And the second reporting was before you actually were interviewed, correct? Just so
Hello,
clear for the
Prasar.
record.
Yes, I really love making these
What do you
lives
mean by
with
the
you
second
guys.
reporting?
The second
always-
time that you called to make a report
it's always
about the
fun.
gas station incident, that was before you ultimately were interviewed by law enforcement.
That's correct. The second call was just to make sure that they still had my name, and I didn't really file
Yeah,
a formal
Brooks
report.
really hammered home that he wanted to, what do you call it? If did you see brake lights? And a lot of people say yes, so the brakes were working.
That second time, it was just a call to see that they still had my name and contact info, and they had said that an officer would be out eventually to interview.
I mean, knowing the law is basically it's just common sense. You just have to like figure out what the law says and then use that in your brain. And it usually works, but not for Brooks for some reason.
At that time, when you
Let me check on my
called to make
clothes.
sure
I
that
think I need to go.
they still
I need to do
had
something with
your
the
name
washing
on
machine.
file
I'll be
or
right. I'll be
another
right back.
report about the gas station incident. At that time, had you made any connection to that incident and what you saw at the parade?
Your Honor, I'm gonna object, we've been through this.
Sustained. It's been asked and answered.
And were you subpoenaed by the state of Wisconsin to testify here today?
I was either the state or the county. I received a letter from the county.
Did they identify as the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection, irrelevant.
Sustained.
Do you see the state of Wisconsin in the courtroom today?
Objection, Your Honor, vague.
Sustained.
To the best of your knowledge, do you know if the state of Wisconsin is the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection, irrelevant.
Sustained.
Have you ever had any interaction with the state of Wisconsin?
Objection, irrelevant.
Sustained.
Ever had a phone conversation with the state of Wisconsin?
Objection, irrelevant.
Sustained.
Do you even know the state of Wisconsin?
Same objection.
Sustained.
And you,
New topic, or I'll stop the cross-examination.
it's really windy
under
today.
90611.
1 second.
Yeah, he has no game
Did you
plan for
ever
his
see
defense.
the vehicle that went into the gas station actually get gas?
When we turned left onto Barstow, I noticed that the vehicle didn't stop for gas and was gonna
Hey,
either
Boston.
exit to go back on north,
That's,
but
that's
it
another
didn't
place
stop
that I would
at
like to visit someday.
at a gas pump.
Did you see the vehicle pull off from the gas station, or was it just kind of stationary parked?
I can't say what the vehicle did because I was already at that point out of view. I just know that it had not gone to one of the gas pumps.
I always had the question, where is Washington, D.C.?
It was right here.
Because Washington and Seattle and stuff is in the northwest. But I think Washington, D.C. is close to Pennsylvania, I think.
There we go.
Okay. And as you approach that intersection, do you remember if you had to stop for the stoplight there?
Yes, it had just turned red.
Okay.
So I stopped at the stoplight.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
And I immediately saw a red SUV come
Geography Sunday.
from down the hill
Hello
on
to learn.
Barstow, and it turned into North Street to go into the gas station. However, it turned on a one-way street, and it was like head-to-head with the car next to me,
Okay.
in the first lane. And so I was right next to the silver car.
Sure.
And
How about, could you draw that for us on the map
yeah,
the best you can?
so it came down here and into this first lane right here.
Okay. And that's where the silver car was parked?
Yeah.
Or stopped, I should say.
Yes, and there is a driveway to the gas station right here,
Okay.
and the silver car was blocking that driveway because it's an exit, not an enter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Presumably the red SUV is mad that the silver car is blocking to get into the gas station. The silver car is like, I'm not doing anything wrong. So they were both kind of upset. And then I noticed the silver car backed up to allow the red SUV to get into the gas station.
Okay. Could you see into the red SUV and see the driver of that vehicle?
After the SUV pulled in, he stopped immediately as soon as he got into the driveway and stuck his head out and was still doing this, like yelling at the silver car.
It appeared he was yelling.
Yes.
He's
Did he
so
appear
mad.
angry to you?
Look at those eyes. He's throwing daggers at her with his eyes. He's like, why are you snitching on me? Why?
Irritated.
Okay. How many people were in that red SUV at that point? Or did you see anybody other than the driver?
I did not see anybody else.
Okay. Do you think you can identify the driver of that red SUV?
Yes.
Is that person present in the courtroom here today?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to ask Mr. Brooks to remove his mask, Your Honor, for identification by this witness.
Mr. Brooks, thank you. Record to reflect, he took his mask down.
Yes.
Is that the driver of the red SUV you just described for us?
Yes.
Okay. Did you eventually go on to the parade?
Yes. After the SUV got in and stuck his head out, then the light turned green and I went and parked my car.
Okay.
And then met with my family at
Okay.
the location.
Okay. And did you see a red SUV on the parade route?
Yes, about 30 minutes into getting there.
Okay.
So at first, so a group had just passed us. I believe it was the Catholic community group. And then there was a large gap. And so I looked to see, what's next.
Okay.
And saw a red SUV, which I originally thought was part of the parade, in the far right lane of Main Street, but it was going really fast, and I said to myself, why is this going so fast? and then it clicked as soon as it switched over to the far left lane, and then into the group of people right in front of me.
And that will be the Catholic community group?
I do
as far as you
believe.
know?
I do believe so.
Did you see the red SUV strike any people in the Catholic community group?
Several.
Can you estimate how many?
At
Did
least
she ever send
15.
anything though?
Okay. And did, I'm sorry to ask it this way, but did you see anybody like actually fly or roll or tumble?
Yeah, so originally it was, I heard sounds like thuds, and then it was in the air, like bowling pins.
Did you get a look at the driver of the vehicle as it went through the parade?
I saw a man focused on the group ahead of him.
Is that Daryl Brooks that you saw?
Yes, and as soon as that happened,
He wasn't consenting. He was still not doing the I don't consent to being called that name. Yet.
about 10 seconds after, I froze and I said to my mom, who was with me, I just saw that guy at the gas station, and it clicked that it was the same person.
You remember exactly that it was the same person.
Yes.
Were you able to estimate the speed of the vehicle at that time?
Objection, hearsay.
Again, this is when he didn't know what hearsay meant. He thought hearsay was speculation, or that they were asking for a guess, but that's not what it means.
Would you be able to estimate the speed?
I would say 20 miles per hour, perhaps.
Okay. Did you ever see the vehicle stop?
Yeah, the license plates. Did you see any lights? Did you see tinted? Did you see tinted windows?
I think it had to at least very well slow down. It couldn't just continue on over as many bodies as it did. I remember the brake lights, but then it continued.
Did you actually see the vehicle drive over people?
I saw it hit the group and people fly, and then there was just chaos in the street.
Okay.
Mr. Brooks, do you have any cross-exam for this witness?
I do.
Of course, he had to cross-examine everyone. Everyone. Look at his eyes. This is my reaction when I hear him say objection, hearsay. But every single person he cross-examined, even when it hurt him to ask them questions, but he still went for it.
First of all, good afternoon. You stated that you saw brake lights. Would that be fair to say?
Mm-hmm.
Was that a yes?
Yes.
Thank you.
Would it be fair to say you would only see brake lights
All right,
from
Fraser.
the vehicle if it
Have
was
a good
intended
day.
to stop?
And un buen día.
Or slow.
So, just so I'm clear on that, you would see brake lights on a vehicle that is attempting to slow down or stop.
Sure.
Sure.
And you stated that you can estimate the speed of the vehicle.
I estimated 20 miles per hour.
He was lowballing that number.
Would you characterize that as extremely fast?
Yes. When you're going through people, that's extremely fast. Everything about zero is extremely fast when you're going through people. I'm sorry. This is not, I'm in the highway and I'm going 20 miles an hour. Is this fast? No, it's not the same.
Yes, for the parade, yes.
And how did you come to the conclusion of the speed?
It was a guesstimate.
With how quickly it went from point A to point B in my range of sight.
I always remember, what is Newton's law?
I would need to see the map again.
We
You
still
were-
have that available. The map? We still have the map with the markings available up, or was it cleared after we captured
I
it?
didn't clear it. Yeah,
Okay.
could we please save that as 7B, please, Your Honor?
It will be saved as 7B.
And admitted.
Any position on that, Mr. Brooks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see the relevancy of the map.
You just asked to see the map.
Related to her testimony.
What? He was saying, I want to see the map. And the Susan was like, okay, we want to move this into evidence. He's like, I don't see any relevancy of the map. I don't know if I catch that the first time that they show it. I don't know if that's on the video, but that's hilarious.
Sir, it's relevant. Your objection is noted.
So
It's overruled. Exhibit 7B is received.
where were you positioned again at the stoplight?
I was in the front row in the middle lane.
Where the X is.
Do you recall if the vehicle you saw going into the gas station had any tinted windows?
I do not.
And you stated that you were pretty sure it was only one occupant of that vehicle?
Yes.
Hey, you could
That's
make
all I can
tacos.
see.
You can follow that guy's recipe.
With all you can see, or are you sure that it was only one occupant?
I could see one person.
So it'd be fair to say you couldn't see any other seats in the vehicle?
I saw one person when it was head to head with the vehicle next to me, the one with the arms in the air, and then I saw one person as he stuck his head out the window once he pulled in.
Could you see the passenger seat?
I could not from
Could you
that point.
Could you see the back seats?
No.
Do you recall who subpoenaed you here to testify?
Yes.
So he's out of
State it for
questions
the
now.
record.
Yes, I said. Oh,
You-
the state of Wisconsin district attorney.
Do you see the state of Wisconsin present in the courtroom today?
Objection irrelevant.
Sustained. Mr. Brooks, move on. Under 90611, I've sustained all of the objections related to this line of questioning. It's not relevant. Next topic, or I will find that the cross-examination by you is done.
They should again. This is
So-
day 2. This is day 2. She should have done this after this all the time. Just one question about the plaintiff. That's it. You don't get to say more.
You're sustaining every question pertaining to that part of questioning, or is it for
Yes.
every?
Watching Arsenal
Testimony.
lose to Liverpool.
Or
I don't
It's on
follow
that
the
topic, so
Premier League.
You may continue if you choose another topic.
Have you ever seen the plaintiff, state of Wisconsin, before?
Right, pursuant to 90611, judge controls the order and mode of interrogation, that these questions violate sub 1, and Mr. Brooks will not be able to ask any further questions of this witness. Does the state have any redirect?
No redirect, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You may step down.
What was
Mr. Brooks,
violated?
I'm not going to address that right now. I think this will be a good
I think he
time
had a
to take
TV
our
on his car.
afternoon break. All rise for the jurors, please.
Ah, he's gone. He disappeared. He's so little that he fell
There's
under the
one
desk.
particular request I do want to take up by Mr. Brooks, and that is at 1:11 p.m. he sent a note
By the way, guys, if you
to
could
the
hit the
court
like button
indicating I'm
to
very
get the
emotional
stream
right
to
now.
more
Can I go
people,
to the other
I
court?
will appreciate it.
I responded to that
thank
at
you.
1:20
you for
p.m.
that.
and I said the court will address this at the next break. Clerk advised to provide a copy of this response to the parties forthwith. Are you asking to go to the other courtroom?
We went back on the record. I was very emotional at that time. Still very emotional, but I'm attempting as best I can to hold it together.
He gets asked a yes or no question. And he keeps telling about how the weather is in the room.
That does lead me to, since we are addressing certain things outside the,
Well, I'm addressing this first, sir. Are you making a request to go to the other
I'm not
courtroom?
making any requests at this time. Like I just stated, I'm trying my best to hold
Hello,
everything
Pipsky. I'm
together,
sorry that you had a bad
considering
Saturday night.
how this day has been. I can't expect anybody else to know what's inside my head to know what I'm going through right now, but yeah, we'll just leave that there.
All right, thank you. At some point, sir, after I admitted Exhibit 6, you raised an objection. I told you I would allow you to raise that outside the presence of the jury. Now is your opportunity to do that.
And which one would you be referring to?
Exhibit 6, sir.
Or the video?
We've seen multiple
Oh yeah,
videos, but
this is where he proves that he is deaf. Like no one else hears this but him. Mister, I don't have ears. I guess.
Exhibit 6 is a video, sir.
Oh, Carly, he didn't use the car battery. He had an extension cord coming from his mom's house to his car, and that's how he used the TV. But because he wasn't allowed in the house.
I think it's very clear what I was referring to in that video. The interview portion of the officer with the 3 individuals has language in it that you made a ruling about, pertaining to a whole different entire.
Which part of the
You can say what that is, Brooks. The jury is not there. You can say there's conversations about when I run over Erica's foot. You can say that. The jury is not there. Don't be so coy about it.
video, sir?
The interview part, I'm gonna say it again, as I've already said it clearly enough. The interview part between the officer and the 3 individuals.
And what specifically are you referring to? What statement, sir? I need some specificity
Do you need it
to
played?
that.
Do you need it played?
Mr. Brooks, you're the one making the objection. Please make your offer of proof so I can rule on it.
The offer of proof is that there's language said by Erica Patterson in that interview that can be audible, referring to another situation in another county.
This is why he's not clear. She's telling you, be clear about it. He's like, another situation, another county. Just say what it is. Say, she said she ran over my foot or something. I don't remember what she said.
You made a ruling on that would not be admitted.
Hello,
into
Tina
evidence.
Marie.
So
I don't
at
think
the
I see
very
you there.
least,
Hello,
that
Amanda.
portion of the video that you've already
Anyone else that I
admitted into
missed?
evidence should be
Helen,
removed,
hello.
or the whole video
Tammy
should be
Trick,
struck
hello.
and removed from the record.
Hey, California.
And
We
I'm
are
saying
we are
that
neighbors.
because of the ruling that you made, the judicial determination that you made, Your Honor.
Let me turn to the state attorney Opper. I don't specifically recall. If I need to review it on a break, maybe I will. But do you have any idea what this is referring to?
I do not, Your Honor. I did not hear anything in that recording that would violate your previous orders.
I object to that. It's very clear if the video was played.
How is he objecting to what she thinks she heard? She's just saying what her opinion was, and he's objecting to it.
That you can hear language said in that portion of the video that you clearly ruled on.
I'll review it at a later point in time. The state will need to just file that clip on a flash drive so I can review that in chambers. In addition to the audio from the squad, you can hear the radio, so I will need to review it again. Mr. Brooks, I'd appreciate if you not roll your eyes at me. There was a lot going on in that video. I'm gonna take the time, not now during the trial, but on a break when I can look at it in chambers and keep a careful ear out for what you said, and then I'll come back and make my ruling. So that's giving deference to your request. So I don't think it warrants you rolling your eyes at me.
I wasn't rolling my eyes to you about
So
that. and
with
I-
that, we're on recess.
Not about
for 3
that.
minutes, everyone.
But I was rolling my eyes. But I wasn't rolling your eyes about that. Just don't roll your eyes.
Your Honor.
I don't agree to a stop.
Mr. Brooks, you have incredible hearing because you are right. At approximately 2:58 to 2:59 in that video, I can hear Erica Patterson saying that I get into an argument or I argue with my baby daddy all the time and he previously ran over my foot. So I'm going to take the request under advisement. At this point, I'm inclined to strike this exhibit from the state's case. I'm going to give the parties over the weekend to file any written requests regarding it or further authority, and I'll address it first thing Monday morning. So thank you for bringing that to my attention.
I'm not interrupting you.
And I think
No, go
I
ahead.
think that's the reason why the judge she didn't allow the video to be in evidence. They wanted to give him something, and they wanted to be clear that he heard that the deafness that he claimed was not an issue.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Did you make a ruling?
I don't know how to call you.
The filing for the
MIT, UCLA. Tell me, give me a name.
Mr. Brooks, I'm
What is
not
your
going
name?
to address
I don't
that.
consent to
It is
call
an
you
argument
that
that's
name.
without merit.
Yes, so-
I'm
so
summarily
tell me how
denying
can I
it yet
address to
again.
you?
We're going to bring the jury back out, okay? We're going to continue with testimony. Does the state have the next witness available?
We do, Your Honor.
Your objection is noted for the record. We're continuing, Mr. Brooks. Thank you.
I'm aware of that, Your Honor. I was just trying to make sure I didn't interrupt you while you were saying something.
Lisa, okay. Lisa's
State's
good.
next witness, please.
Will you be proving the subject matter?
We need the jury. Here.
Oh, we do. Oh, sometimes I get a little ahead of myself. Let's bring the jury out.
Tenant's motion to dismiss this case for lack of personal and subject matter jurisdiction.
David, I don't know. My best guess to that is that using illicit substances does tricks to your mind. That's the only thing that I can come up with.
And I'd like to state that for the record.
Your statement is noted.
You have not proven subject matter jurisdiction yet, Your Honor. Are you making a judicial
And I
determination?
direct your attention to the Barnaby decision, Mr. Brooks.
Is that a judicial determination? The record should reflect in that I got no answer.
She gave you an answer.
Directing your attention to the date of November 21, 2021. Were you on duty that day, sir?
Yes, I was.
In what capacity?
Well, my rank was detective, but I was assigned to the Christmas parade as traffic control,
Okay. Just helping out?
just helping out.
All right.
My position was on White Rock Avenue and East Main Street.
How many units were impacted directly by the conduct of Mr. Darrell Brooks?
There was 8 units that all had people that were injured during the parade.
Just to be clear, sir, well, if we could please put up Exhibit 1. Maybe it's the easiest way to ask my question.
Exhibit 1 will be published.
I would quickly like to object to being called that name. I do not recognize the name that the prosecutor used.
Your objection is noted. It's overruled.
Do you believe this clip that we're about to show the jury will be a truthful and accurate representation of the parade units as they entered the parade route?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled.
Yes, I do believe that they do.
Okay. Move to admit number 10 and permission to publish, Your Honor.
For the record, how long is Exhibit 10?
It is 3 minutes and 31 seconds, Your Honor.
Any position by
Objection.
Mr. Brooks?
I object with the grounds.
Grounds to what?
Your objection is noted. It's overruled.
What are the grounds?
Permission, the Exhibit 10 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
What are the grounds, Your Honor?
The grounds to
Mr. Brooks,
what?
your objection is noted. It's overruled. I'll answer this. I believe the evidence is relevant to the charges.
Don't tell him,
in
George.
this
Don't
case.
tell him.
Did the Catholic community of Waukesha, did the participants for that group wear any specific clothing or uniforms, to your knowledge?
No, they do not.
Hello,
The
Sheer.
objection is noted.
got here
It's
on your
overruled.
horse?
Then the answer may stand.
And now at about the 24-second mark, what's the next unit coming into the screen?
The dancing grannies?
Okay? And
Right.
they had a banner?
Correct.
Okay.
And the woman on the left-hand side of the screen is Virginia Sorensen.
On the left-hand side of the screen, or the left-hand side of the street?
Objection. That was not the question asked, who the person was.
Do you
Hello.
know about how many people are involved with this unit?
Objection irrelevant.
Overruled. You may answer.
I would estimate about 35 girls, younger age, varying.
Okay. All right, that's the end of that clip. I'd like to show you another clip that's been marked as State's Exhibit number 11 so that we can continue with the parade units, please. We'll preview it for you, sir.
Objection. What is the relevancy?
Your objection is noted. It is overruled. And you may question the witness regarding the exhibit. I would note for Mr. Brooks that in addition to being relevant to the charges, it also goes to background and context.
What do you mean by
Okay.
background?
Background to the event. Events that led up to
Like
all of
detail,
the charges, the reason for why we're here.
detail background.
The reasons why you are here. I love that line. Why is it relevant? Because that's what brought you to be here. I love that.
It's regarding the parade, sir.
I don't understand, but okay.
Okay.
Don't understand.
Your statement's noted for the record.
You have seen State's Exhibit number 11 before, correct?
Yes, I have.
Do you believe it's a
Hold
true?
on, there's been an objection. Are you objecting to the question?
No.
I'm objecting to, is that the same video?
Ah,
I don't see the same person that was directly in the camera view when it was sideways. It looks like a totally different video.
Sir, it's not been admitted yet. The state's laying a foundation for that. And I'm gonna let them continue questioning.
You have seen State's Exhibit number 11 before, correct?
Yes, I have.
And you believe it's a true and accurate representation of the events of November 21, 2021?
Objection.
Yeah.
Hearsay.
Your objection is noted. It's overruled.
Permission to publish, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks, any position on the admission of Exhibit
Yes,
11?
I definitely object. This is not the same video that was just attempted to be shown. This is a totally different video.
so what?
Mr. Brooks, your objection is noted. There wasn't much testimony about whatever that prior exhibit was, and I'm going off of his testimony about seeing this particular video clip. There's the still.
I don't think he uses the library at all. I think the only book that he has in his room is the Bible, and he just peruses it out for a while. But I don't believe that he wants to improve himself or educate himself at all. I'm sorry.
Image in front of him that he
Like, I'm the kind of guy that I like to see the good part of people. You know? Every time that I meet someone, they're over here to me. And it's through their actions and through their words and through what they do is what it stays there or it goes down. And with my understanding of what Brooks is and how he behaves, there's no coming back from him. Okay.
identified, he previously reviewed, and it's accurate, true and accurate. So based on that, your objection's noted, but it is overruled. I'll receive Exhibit 11. Permission to publish is granted.
You strike the last video then that didn't.
The last video wasn't admitted, sir. There were
Hello,
technical
coffee cake.
issues. They moved on.
Oh, now I want a
Um,
coffee cake. I feel sad now.
We will continue. Go ahead.
Were some of the players wearing their baseball jerseys?
Yes, they were.
And other individuals just had on like hats?
I don't
and
have any
coats and
pastries.
Nothing discernible, correct?
Objection.
I need to get some.
Everybody had on coats and hats.
Your objection's noted. It's overruled.
So most of the players had their jerseys on with their numbers on the back, but there was also some coaches that were marching with them, and they just had regular jackets and hats that were on when they were walking.
Okay. Well, that's the
That's
the
dangerous.
remix
I
we're
wouldn't-
going through, correct, sir?
That looks cool, but I wouldn't want to be in this float. It's this fire is not. I don't like that.
That is correct.
Are those the 8 units that were most directly impacted by Mr. Brooks' actions on the parade route, sir?
Yep.
I do not recognize that name or consent to being called that.
Your objection's noted. It's overruled.
Yes, they were.
Did you and other members of the Waukesha Police Department attempt to identify all the individuals who were injured as a result of Mr. Brooks' actions on the parade route?
Objection. I do not consent to being called that name.
Yeah, he tried to use the phone because he wanted to call Erica and make her recant the allegations, and so he could walk free. That was the only reason.
Overruled.
Yes, we did.
And about roughly how many people was that?
There are over 60 people that were injured that we identified.
Can you please identify State's Exhibit 15?
This is a map that I put together that identifies the officers that were on the scene, certain locations of interest that people mentioned when they were interviewed. Also identifies the victims and the deceased that died during the parade event.
Is this an accurate summary of your investigation, sir?
Yes, it is.
Move to admit number 15 and permission to publish.
Objection.
Brooks, any position? Your objection's noted. The exhibit is received.
What was the last group to be impacted by the defendant's vehicle?
The Catholic communities of Waukesha.
And have you listed there the names of all the individuals who were injured by the defendant's vehicle related to the Catholic communities of Waukesha?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. I mean, testimony was just to bring the hammer down to him, but it was not necessary. The videos, the pictures, everything was black and white.
Rule.
I don't identify or consent to
Hey,
being
it's a
called
papillas.
the
Nice.
defendant.
Your objection's noted.
Was Joan able to travel the length of the parade route?
Remember when he said that you couldn't, if he doesn't consent to being in that place, they can make him. They're making him stay in jail right now.
This captures from the area where the people started being injured. We didn't capture the.
Yeah, sure. You missed we watched someone make tacos. It's on the last live.
Entire route.
Okay,
This is where the Extreme Dance Club was when they were impacted.
okay.
That was at 2:34.
Thank you, ma'am. At the 240 mark here, what's this business on the right?
Objection. Just for the record, who are the people off to the right?
Who cares?
You can question the witness.
Hello,
during
Mari.
Cross-examination, okay?
Welcome.
In this corner where the blankets were, there's 3 kids that were sitting there that were impacted.
Okay.
So in this area, when the vehicle that was hitting and killing all these people came up to the bend in the road, it turned to the left, and Officer Schulten was standing there, and he made the
Hello,
decision
Skull Crusher.
to use deadly force to
Welcome
attempt
to
to
the
stop
stream.
the vehicle.
Okay. And that's this intersection here that we're seeing where the 2 squad cars are parked?
Yes, it is.
This is the area where Officer Skolton was standing when he fired at the defendant's vehicle.
Yes, it is.
All right. Sir, I want to show you another item that's been marked as exhibit. Exhibit 141. May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
You may.
Oh, This was the one time that they allow people to approach the witness. And that was, it never happened anymore because of this look.
I made a few exceptions to that, sir.
Will I be awarded the same?
Mr. Brooks?
No, you're not gonna be awarded the same. Because you will jump the guardrail. You will jump any witness and the judge, I believe, if you weren't shackled to the table.
We'll take that up later.
Sir, can you please identify number 141?
Hello, Bryant. Hello, sir. You can tell you. How are you? I'm doing good. Thank you. Can you tell me why are there adjoining his other cases against Erica? I think he's messing with his lawyers and stuff. He tried to represent himself again, and then I think they're moving the case over. So I'm not sure. I think that's the reason.
This is a list of everyone that is named victim
Hello.
in this case, which count it refers to.
You told me your
and
name
the
yesterday,
group
but
that
I
they're
forgot.
associated
I'm
with.
sorry. I'm bad with names.
Is that
But hello,
a
Glenn
summary
Serious
of
Leggings.
the testimony that you just provided,
Sarah Brooks,
sir?
not his name. When where does he respond? Rihanna, right? Rihanna. I'm gonna remember. Leggings, Rihanna, the singer.
First, are we still looking at the video?
No, we can turn that off. Thank you. So your objection is?
Yeah, leggings, Rihanna, umbrella. I got it. I got it now.
That is granted. Do you have
Hello,
an
Fee.
objection to the question that was asked?
Yeah, he has 6 consecutive life sentences. He doesn't. I don't know why they need to charge him for anything else when he's basically in there forever. So
Keep going.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm not going to publish that, Your Honor. Just want it in the record.
Mr. Brooks, any position on that?
Is that a document?
Your objection is noted. It's overruled and the court will receive it.
Will I be able to view it?
sure.
A copy will be provided to you if it's not within the materials previously.
How did you try and stop the car, the Ford Escape?
Well, at first I was a little surprised that the vehicle kept coming at me because I'm in full police uniform. I'm standing in front of it, and it started closing the distance pretty fast. So, as the vehicle approached me, I started pounding on the hood.
So you were close enough to pound on the hood of the car?
Yes, I was in the roadway, and the distance closed really fast.
Okay. So you pound on the hood.
Correct.
Do you say anything?
I'm yelling stop and pounding on the hood and trying to get the person's attention so they can stop.
What happened?
The vehicle continued going. It like pushed right through me.
Were you struck by the car?
Yes.
How?
The vehicle contacted my body, and as it continued, I pushed down
Hello,
the
Christine.
left front of the vehicle.
Okay. And were you injured?
Welcome.
No.
Okay.
Welcome from Scotland.
Did you see the driver of the car as it raced past you?
Yes, I did.
Did you get a good look?
An excellent look.
Who was driving that car, sir?
Daryl Brooks, the defendant.
He's so bad.
100% sure of that?
1,000.
1,000.
Was there anybody else in the car, sir?
Hey,
that I saw.
Australia.
There's a number of people that are on the sides of the roads that were
It's cold
spectators
where
of the
I'm at
parade,
right now.
and then there's people that were
What temperature am I at? Let's see. Tijuana. Weather. We are 54 degrees with a lot of wind, so it's cold.
actually marching in the parade that you can see they have red shirts on.
Do you believe it's a true and accurate representation of the events of November 21, 2021?
Absolutely.
And this clip is about 28 seconds long, is that right?
Yes.
Move to admit and permission to publish number 8.
Mr. Brooks, any position on that?
relevancy of
Is that an objection?
it. Yes, Your Honor.
Your objection's noted, it's overruled. Exhibit 8 is received, permission to publish is granted.
So I'm gonna
Granted.
play it through once, and we're just gonna watch it, and then I'll ask you what we saw, and we can go back if we need to.
There it is.
Show us, circle where the jury's supposed to be looking right now. And what are we gonna see up there?
You should see me walk from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. Slow speed at first and then speeding up towards the end.
You are, in other words, you picked up the pace.
Correct, and then shortly after you will see the red Ford Escape come down the street here and traverse westbound on Main Street.
You're in a bright fluorescent yellow safety vest, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, play, please. Right there, is that you?
Yeah, that is me.
Okay, 12 seconds. Circle yourself, please. We're paused at 12 seconds. Okay. Okay, go ahead and play, please. There's the red SUV.
Correct.
Okay.
Hey, good morning, Super Kelly.
The photo is up.
Sleepy to West Coast.
Have
I'm
you
on the
seen
West
this
Coast.
photograph
It's
before, sir?
10:30 right
Yes,
now.
I have.
This is State's Exhibit
I've been up for
120.
4 hours so
Do you
far.
believe this photograph is a true and accurate representation of the events of November 21, 2021?
Yes, I do.
You've seen this photograph before, sir.
Yes, I have.
Okay. Just tell the jury what it's a picture of.
It's a picture of the Ford Escape that was involved in this incident, and Daryl Brooks, the defendant, driving the vehicle.
Okay. Move to admit 120 and permission to publish.
Object.
Your objection is noted, it's overruled. Exhibit 120 is received, permission to publish is granted.
I don't consent to being called that name or defendant.
Or
Your
defendant.
objection's noted.
But you are the defendant.
Objection for hearsay as well.
It's not hearsay.
Overruled.
Is that what Daryl Brooks looked like as he drove past you just a block or two earlier?
Objection. I do not consent to being called that name. I do not know anyone by that name.
San
nor
Francisco.
do I
Who
agree to
was
being
in San
called that name.
Francisco?
And it's hearsay.
Someone earlier said, I think it was someone was in San Francisco,
Not
yes.
hearsay, your objection's overruled. You may answer, Detective.
Yes, that's the defendant, Daryl Brooks, the person that drove past me and didn't stop when I tried to stop the vehicle.
Is that
I
how
mean,
he looked as he drove?
I think she's just asking him to the procedure. Just see if he wants to say something. Just to, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Past you.
Yes, it is.
I don't have any other questions for this witness at this time, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Brooks, I will give you an opportunity to cross-examine, but that will be Monday morning since it is 4:41. Now 4:42. We've had a long week for the jurors and a couple of long nights. With that, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you are excused for the weekend. We'll see you Monday morning. All rise for the jury, please. All right, anything else we need to address before we conclude for the weekend from the state?
You were going to rule later as to Detective Guth and Erica Patterson. So we do not intend to recall these individuals. We would seek to release them from our subpoenas if they are on Mr.
Hey,
Brooks'
quiet
witness
meter.
list,
Welcome.
which he has due on Monday, and he wants them subpoenaed. We would make arrangements to have them return. Or maybe we should wait to see his witness list on Monday.
Let's wait to see the witness list on Monday, please. That's your due date. So I expect that will be
3
filed.
degrees is
And
tropical
then
for you
I can
guys?
take up the issue of releasing individuals from their subpoenas. All right, Mr. Brooks, anything from you at this time?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have the subpoenas. Like I said, I would need to, I guess, confer with how to properly get them done and filed in the right fashion.
Mr. Brooks, I've advised you previously, the state has offered for any witnesses, and the state can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's my understanding you have offered for witnesses that are on the state's witness list, that if Mr. Brooks names them, and absent, I guess, any objection by you for some lawful reason, you would assist in getting those subpoenas to those individuals.
Sure.
Yes, and he wouldn't necessarily be limited to our list. We've offered, in addition to that, if there are relevant witnesses and it's reasonable to get them served, that is the southeastern Wisconsin area, we will assist in that, Your
All
Honor.
right, thank you.
I still hadn't even gone through the entire witness list from the prosecution. It was 30 plus pages. That's a lot of names.
I
So
agree,
it was-
Mr.
it was
Brooks, there's a lot of names, but I
pretty
actually
impossible to
extended the
know.
filing deadlines. They all have come and passed, but I, obviously, in light of you representing yourself, I extended that, and have ordered that you file your witness list by Monday.
Yeah. And he has the entire weekend. He has 48 hours plus to look at all of those stuff. But he's not going to do that.
So that's how we will address that. Do you have any other issues at this time?
Yes, I do. The statement of particulars that hasn't been responded to by affidavit. The notice of special appearance hasn't been
I
responded
direct
to.
your attention to the Barnaby decision, sir. The court's not going to be addressing that topic any further.
Good.
So what about the subject matter jurisdiction?
Sir, that's an argument that has been debunked repeatedly by the courts in the United States of America, all over the place. It is not recognized as any type of issue that a court needs to address. It is summarily denied.
Summarily.
Show proof that it has no relevancy, Your Honor.
I
She
direct
doesn't
you
need
the
to give you
Barnaby
anything.
decision, sir. All right.
Can you show proof of that?
I'm sorry?
Your
No.
Honor? Verified?
Give them what?
Can you show a verified affidavit of that?
No. All right. Mr. Brooks, the hearing today is concluded. We'll see everyone back here
So
on
you
Monday
got a
at
judicial
8:30
determination
a.m.
that
We
you
are
will
in
not
recess.
answer that question, Your Honor?
Yes.
Off the bench.
That is.
Excuse me.
And in the claim that you filed, did you file the claim under an injured party?
Objection? I guess I'm not
Grounds.
understanding the question. It's vague.
Grounds.
Northwest Alabama 46 is
Valid
cold.
claim
Yeah.
because
46
she's
is
injured.
really cold.
So
Mr. Brooks, I'm sustaining the objection as to the form of the question. Please rephrase.
Okay, Brody wants to
Do you
play. I'm
consider
gonna get his
yourself
toy so
a-
I can
an
keep
injured
throwing
party?
it out. Give me 1 second.
are you a plaintiff in this matter? Grounds.
She's a witness. Sustained.
Have you read or seen the complaint in this matter at any time?
Objection is irrelevant.
Grounds.
Overruled. She may answer.
Here, you want it? You want it?
Sorry, what
Get
was
it.
the question?
Have you seen or read the complaint?
No,
Give it. Give it.
I don't know what
Give
complaint
it to me again, and I'll.
is
I'll...
being referred to. No.
She doesn't want to give it to me again. He
And
likes
were
to
you
go
aware
first.
that you may be called to testify in this matter?
Yes.
Come here. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
And who were you informed by?
There you go. Give it to me.
The
If you want me to throw it, you need to give it to me.
victim witness program and
All right,
the
here we go.
prosecutors.
So are you saying the state of Wisconsin?
Objection is irrelevant.
Grounds.
Sustained. Mr. Brooks, under 90611, please move on to another line of questioning.
Move on. What
And you
is it?
stated that you didn't see any
Bring it to me and I'll throw it
Uh,
again.
brake lights.
Correct.
You were able to see that from the ground position.
Yeah, I don't believe that someone with no knowledge of the law should be allowed to represent himself. That's just my opinion. Like, you guys had your rights. You guys are, and that's how you guys want to do it. But I don't think that should be the way, because it leads to situations like this.
correct.
From your opinion, did it appear to you that the vehicle was attempting to strike anyone?
Objection calls for speculation.
Grounds?
The way he asked, the way he asked it, did it appear? If you know, you may answer.
It appeared it was traveling in the direction where it could have struck other people, yes.
Yes.
Ma'am, after receiving medical attention at Waukesha Memorial Hospital, did you receive any other medical attention following November 21st, 2021?
Objection, irrelevant.
Overruled, she may answer.
And directing your attention back to the video, it was Exhibit 20, the one that was the overhead video. Do you recall seeing that video today?
Objection. She never answered the first question.
She said yes.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't hear it.
Thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
Is he trying to cry?
She may.
Wait. I don't think I noticed this before. Is he attempting to cry? Or to tell the jury, look, I'm holding out my tears?
What was your job title during the 2021?
Hello, Megan from Tennessee.
Academic year?
I was the director.
I'm
of
sorry
bands
about the
at Waukesha South High
Titans.
School.
Hello,
Can
Corey.
you tell us
Welcome.
what happened?
Hello,
while your band
Stella.
was marching between Barstow and approaching Gasper Street?
At first, I thought there was an emergency vehicle or something. I could tell there was some sort of a vehicle trying to get through. And then I started just seeing things flying in the air, and I realized this was not a vehicle waiting for people to move out of the way. I realized this vehicle was running over people.
Hello, Carrie. Hey,
The students
Cowboys
around
have
me,
a
we all
chance
kind
this
of
year.
dispersed at the same time. I thought in the initial moments that it was an accident, but then as I turned and the car went immediately past me, and I could see that the driver was staring straight ahead and knew that, could have clearly seen that they were running over people.
Okay. Have you reviewed this video before your testimony today?
Yes, I have.
Does it accurately depict what happened to your band the
Yes, it
afternoon of the
does.
parade? Move Exhibit 24 into evidence and ask to publish.
Any position, Mr. Brooks?
Objection. If the witness has seen this video before, how would that corroborate with the testimony?
Your objection is noted. It's overruled.
Look at that. Look at that. That's one of the things that makes my blood boil. Is that he's just there. Dead stare into the TV. He's just like, yep, that's what I did. That's what it's happening. No reaction, no remorse. Where are your tears? Tell me, when are you gonna feel sad?
All right, let's pull it up again and set the speed to 50%.
Objection. What is the relevancy of playing it at slower speed?
Your objection is noted.
To show
It's
what it
overruled.
happens.
Permission granted.
Does this video depict the same marching band in the same area of Main Street on November 21st?
It does.
I'd move Exhibit 23 into evidence and ask to publish.
Any position, Mr. Brooks?
Objection.
Do you see yourself on the screen?
I do.
So that's a touch screen in front of you. Would you mind drawing a circle around yourself?
Okay.
All right. Move Exhibit 22 into evidence and ask to publish.
Mr. Brooks, any
Objection.
opposition?
Objection.
What?
You eventually went back to school after that Sunday, the 21st, is that right?
That is correct.
And in the days that followed, kids
Yes.
came back to school.
They did, yes.
And you had personal interaction with the members of your marching band?
Yes, I did.
Your objections noted, it's overruled.
How many of those 10 members of your marching band were either struck or run over
Look at that.
by the red SUV?
They all were.
We saw in the video what the lighting conditions were, but could you describe from your own memory what the lighting was like that day?
Objection. Irrelevant.
Overruled. You may answer.
The lights were beginning, the sun was beginning to set. However, we were in an area where we were by lots of stores, so the sun was still out as well as the light coming from all the storefronts.
Could we project on the screen for the witness only, exhibit number 120? Do you see an image on the screen in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Is that image an accurate representation of what the driver of the SUV looked like that day when you saw him?
Completely, yes.
I'd move exhibit 120 into evidence and ask to publish.
120 is received. Permission to publish is granted. May have been received earlier.
Yeah, it's already been received.
I believe you testified a little bit earlier about the driver's demeanor as you observed him. Could you go into more detail about that?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled. She may answer.
So originally my perception just had been that I assumed there was an accident because I could not imagine anything else. But when the car went past me, my perception changed of what was happening completely, because the driver was looking straight ahead, looked very attentive at that point. So the driver clearly was aware that he had hit and run over all of these people. It was not something that could have happened without the driver's awareness. We were also coming up on an intersection of a cross street, and although there was a crowd on the side, again, this is just my perception, but if the driver had been trying to escape the parade route so they were no longer hitting people, I felt like an instinct would have caused the head to turn to see if there was a way out on that side street. But the driver's head never turned looking for a way out of the parade route at that moment, and that's what caused my perception of what was going on that day to change.
All right, court's going to take a break before we do cross-exam. All right, we are back on the record. Appearances are as they were before. We'll bring the jury out for cross. Go ahead.
Can we address the subject matter jurisdiction, please?
The subject matter jurisdiction.
Is that a judicial determination, Your Honor?
Yes.
You mentioned earlier in testimony.
We're gonna finish with this witness and then I'm gonna head out. I need to continue to do my laundry, but we're gonna finish this witness.
That there was a side street where there could have been an exit out of the parade route provided. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
That
Why
is fair
didn't
to
you
say,
go
yes.
through that?
Do you recall if that side street was barricaded in any way?
I do not recall.
Again, he's like, "Hey, there was a barricade there. How could I get out if there was barricades? I needed to go through the people."
If you recall, can you estimate the speed of the vehicle that you saw that day?
I'm not good at estimating speeds, but it felt fast as it went past me. It felt like it was accelerating.
And you stated you was relatively close to the vehicle when it passed you?
Yes, I was.
Were you injured in any way?
I was not. Fortunately, I moved just in time.
Were you able to get a license plate number of the vehicle?
License
I was
plate.
Did you notice any tinted windows to the vehicle?
It's 11 months ago, but I believe there were in the back, but I don't want to say yes or no for sure on that.
Did you see anyone else in the vehicle?
I did not.
Could you see the back seats of the vehicle?
I did not look at the back seats.
Could you see the passenger seat of the vehicle?
I could.
Do you recall anyone being in the passenger
I
seat?
did not see anyone in the passenger seat.
From your opinion, you think you would have been able to hear a horn?
I believe I would have.
Even at the same time listening for the band notes, as you say, you have to give them feedback when you got back to school?
Because that would have been an unexpected sound, so that would have been something that would have stood out in my
It would have
memory.
been something that draws your attention.
Exactly.
Yes.
So in your opinion, do you estimate it would have been hard to hear any screaming or anything of that nature?
Yeah, horns are designed to be heard. The pitch, the volume, everything is designed to be heard, Brooks.
We started, as soon as the screaming started, we did hear that immediately. Because as soon as the screaming started, the students stopped playing, and so that loudness.
1 second.
I'm sorry.
Don't laugh.
Do you recall how long you had been actively participating in the parade at the time of the incident?
I marched in that parade in high school myself, so I've attended on the years that I was not teaching, so it's probably my 40th time
Wow.
at that parade.
So the parade has been going on from a long, long, long time. I didn't know that.
I think
And she doesn't look 40. She looks like my age.
you probably misunderstood.
Okay.
Well, that's still. I don't have to ask that question. I was referring to how long you had been marching at
At that time. We had been going for about 4 blocks. We were about at the halfway point of the parade route.
Did you notice anything amiss up until that point?
Up until that point, no.
You stated in your report that you were walking backwards facing the students.
No, I was walking forward because the students near me were walking backwards. So I was the eyes in front for the students who were marching backwards.
So is it possible the report could have misquoted what you said?
Could have been.
I have not seen the report.
The report that I have would be page 2.
I don't have that in front of me.
To your recollection, would you have left out any details in your report?
No.
Were you able to see any license plate number on the vehicle?
You already
not.
asked that. That was literally just asked like 10 minutes ago. How can you not remember your own questions? No license plates.
Did you recall the news reporting
Hey, gracias, Josué.
how many people may
Oh,
have
ahorita
been
no hace
hurt?
calor, ahorita hace frío.
Yes.
From which you recall and observed, do you think that those said news reports were accurate? Grounds.
Sustained. It's not relevant.
Hey, wait. Chicha Morada, are you from Peru? Or do you like Peruvian food? I love Peruvian food. The lomo saltado is great. We have a Peruvian, there's only like one Peruvian place in Tijuana, and it's great.
You start hearing just some people yelling.
All right, that was the witness. All right, I need to continue in my, well, I have to continue cleaning my house. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and spending time with me. I really appreciate it. It's really awesome to communicate and be here with the community. New video tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. But yeah, have a great day. Have a great Sunday. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do another live. This I can only do this when I have time on the weekend, and I usually don't. I usually work in the weekend. So I'll see you guys the next time that I can do another live. Have a great day. Bye bye.